Well, hello and happy Friday. Welcome to the Ella Contracting All Hands Weekly Podcast.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome. I'm Corey Ferris.
Francisco Lira.
James Hakeem.
And we're here to talk about everything that's going on with the Ella family this week. So first of all, I want to talk about some good news. We got a couple of good news items.
Right.
Number one, I know we talked a couple weeks back about the KT Pipeline project in New Braunfels. That kicks off in the next few days.
Awesome.
That job is kicking off. That is a substantial amount of pipeline, and that's going to keep that crew busy for a long time. And it's just a wonderful project for Ella.
Yep.
The other thing, and I don't want to jump too far ahead because I know you're going to talk about safety in a little bit, but we've got something tomorrow. What's that?
We have the first quarter of the year safety meeting. When you guys be notified, the ones that work with Ella, we need to be here at 12:30 to start the meeting.
12:30. So we're going to have the meeting here at the yard.
Yes.
And I understand there's going to be lunch.
Yes.
So people in the field don't need to stop and eat lunch on the way in, right?
No.
Okay, lunch will be provided.
Lunch will be provided at 12:30, sharp at 12:30, and we start the safety meeting at 1.
Okay, so everybody
right.
be here. You heard Francisco be here by 12:30. We want to make sure we're here on time so we can get started because everybody's going to be here, and we don't want to waste anybody's time.
You don't want to miss it.
Absolutely. So all right, so a couple of shout outs. First of all, we got a crew shout out. We want to talk about Daniel's crew,
Oh, wow.
the concrete guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lately, they've been doing a whole lot more than concrete.
Yeah, that's
A whole lot
been
more-
going on for a while.
Okay. Well, they're. I was talking to some guys in the field. You know, Daniel and his crew specialize in concrete. That's what
Yes.
they do best. But lately, they've been helping wherever needed. They've been laying pipe. They've been doing excavation. They've been doing haul off. They've been doing traffic control. They're doing literally whatever needs to be done to help get the job done.
I'm very proud of these guys. They are one of the crews where I had them under my charge, or I am still have under my charge, and they are great guys.
Yeah.
Very responsible. Daniel is super polite. Besides, he doesn't speak that much English, but he's super polite, educated guy. He's actually an engineer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
He is
Wow.
an engineer. Yeah. He's an engineer in Mexico, and he's a civil engineer, actually.
Wow.
So we have good people working
Oh,
for
yeah.
us.
We're lucky
Well,
to have
Daniel,
Great
thank
job.
you to you and your crew. Thank you for
Thanks,
your
Daniel.
leadership, and thank you to the crew for helping us step up and get it done. The one thing in a company like Ella, one of the worst things you can say around here is that's not my job.
Yep.
You know, we all have to do stuff. We all wear many, many hats, and it sounds like Daniel and his crew are just wearing many hats and doing a great job. So thank you very much.
That's
Great
why
job,
we
Daniel.
put other duties as assigned in the
Bingo.
job.
Other duties is I like that. All right, the next one, Ilias Morales.
Okay.
Right? Do y'all know him?
I
do.
know him.
Right? Been here a while. Talk about a guy who knows how to multitask.
Yep.
Okay.
He what we just described about Daniel's crew, that's exactly how he is. And a great example was over the weekend, I guess, at Smithson Valley, we had a blowout
Oh, wow.
over there, and he basically spent his weekend getting that fixed.
Awesome.
Because I guess adjacent or very near where the blowout was, there's a school there, and the school couldn't open until that had been fixed. So school couldn't open on Monday morning. So he stayed there till Sunday night at 8 o'clock
Wow.
getting that fixed. And are you ready for something else?
Yeah.
It's my understanding that on that Saturday, he and his wife had a baby shower.
No.
Wow.
He's got a baby on the way, pregnant wife, and he's out there working all weekend doing what? Helping Ella get the job done and taking care of our client.
All
So-
about the sacrifice we do for our families, right?
Absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
sacrifice a lot of things to
do.
provide, and thank you guys. Thank you, Elias.
Thank you very much, Elias. We really appreciate everything you do
Yes,
every
sir.
day, and thank you for last weekend. Normally I do 2 shout-outs. I have a third one this week.
All right.
I was talking to Richard, our superintendent. Richard was doing what Richard does. He was somewhere driving to a job, man, going to get something done, and I was talking to him. And I said, you know, what are you seeing out there? What's going on? And he said, man, I want to give a shout out to one of our project managers.
Oh, wow.
And I said, okay. Well, what's going on? And he said, man, I want to give a shout out to Stephen De Leon.
Yep.
He said that Stephen has taken over Fox Tech, that project, That wasn't Steven's job originally. It was a project manager who doesn't work here anymore.
Okay.
Steven kind of came in and jumped into that job kind of in the middle. And according to Richard and the people in the field, Steven's just done a great job of getting his hands around it.
He does.
Getting that job caught up and moving the ball forward. So, Steven, the field appreciates you very much, and so do we. Thank you for all of your hard work you do
Great
every
job,
day.
Steven. He's a great guy.
On Steven, he will walk into my office and say, James, I need A, B, and C. And he'll remind me throughout the entire day, James, I need A, B, and C.
That's what makes him a good project manager.
Yep.
Follow up,
Yes,
man.
sir.
That's the secret to being a good project manager. So, Steven, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
And with that, we're going to jump over into human resources. James,
Awesome.
what's going on?
Well, I have a few things I wanted to talk about today. I know we've been doing a lot of shout outs, but I want to give my own personal shout out here to our newer payroll specialist, Anahi Vargas.
Great.
Yeah, I was
New
out.
employee.
Yes, sir.
Been here 3 weeks?
About 3 weeks already. Yeah, I was out this past last week, Friday and Monday of this week, and man, let me tell you, anytime you decide to take time off work, that's when everything's gonna hit the fan. And she was able to handle everything that would have been normally on my plate. She stayed calm, got things done just to make sure things keep trucking along,
Right.
and held the fort down until I got back. So, she has a great background in payroll, but she also had a little bit of HR, quite a bit of HR background. So
Wow.
She handled it
very
right.
helpful. Yeah. So,
Thank you. Good job. There's nothing. Listen, we talk about teamwork all the time at Ella. Teamwork helps us get the job done. It helps
does.
us take care of our client. But we all get PTO, and we all want to be able to take that PTO,
not worry.
unplug from work a little bit, spend some time with our family, recharge our batteries.
Yep.
And the only way in this industry to be able to do that is if you have someone like that who can take care of things while you're gone.
Absolutely.
I am pretty sure we mentioned this before, but our job as leaders in this company is to create more leaders
Yes.
too.
Absolutely.
And that's a conversation we always have during the foreman's meeting. Make sure if you are going to be absent because any reason, right? Because you have an emergency, because you have PTO already scheduled, you need to make sure you're going to leave somebody in command. And
Cross training. Cross training.
make sure somebody is there to cover,
your job.
like in that emergency situation, right?
Yep.
But it is great. It is great. Thank you very much. It is good to know that she can manage that too.
Definitely.
Yeah, because while you were gone, we all got paid, and HR seemed to be taking care of it at the same
It
time.
sure did.
So maybe we don't need James.
I think so.
I'm just joking. Anyway, so tell us what policy do we need to learn about this week?
I think a big thing on everybody's mind is drug testing.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go over, some questions that I've heard people have. When is it done? What are we testing? So on and so forth. So there is 3 times here at Ella where you can basically get brought up for a drug test. And that's
Okay.
going to be upon hire,
Okay.
after any type of accident,
Sure.
and for probable cause. If you're acting wonky on the job site, you look, you smell like something.
Smell like alcohol or something.
And
Yeah.
they can go ahead and get you sent over. For
Is that the same as a reasonable suspicion?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Reasonable.
And we do
suspicion.
that for safety.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't want to be on a job while somebody's in a loader and they don't have their wits about them.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody does.
No, sir.
So let me ask you a question. I hear a lot of talk about marijuana.
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it. It is illegal on the federal level,
Yes.
but yet when you drive around town, you see stores and dispensaries everywhere. They sell CBD.
Yep.
They sell different types of THC, but supposedly it's a legal or unenforceable type THC. The bottom line is this. Of those products, of marijuana-derived products, it's my understanding I can't take any of them because we test in any of them.
Right.
If they're in your system, you can't work in this industry, not just for Ella, in this industry.
Correct. So anything that has THC in it.
Okay.
That is the chemical in marijuana that gets people high. Any trace amount of THC in those products is something that we cannot do. Now, you had mentioned CBD. There's plenty of CBD products out there that do not have THC. And a lot of people take them for stress, to help them sleep better, things like, anything along those lines. And just because it says CBD does not mean it has THC. But always check if that's something, that you're going down the line of. Always check to make sure that, the bottle doesn't say THC on it, only CBD, anything along those lines.
Okay. So anything with a natural THC or a synthetic THC, or you hear about THCA or THC,
Delta
all
9,
of those,
Delta 8,
Delta 9, those are all off the table.
Off the table.
Completely off the table for safety purposes.
Right.
But CBD products, like I've seen that
There's
seen that
gummies.
CBD
Oil.
that you rub
Lotion,
on achy
yeah.
joints and
Yep.
stuff. But even that, some of those brands
Will have THC.
will have THC in it. So I want to make sure I look at the label
Yes.
and make sure there is no form of THC
Correct.
in that CBD product at all.
Absolutely.
Because I will fail a drug test.
Yes, you
And-
will.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Definitely.
Anything else?
Yeah. Two more things.
Sure.
I really like the way everyone's been using our self-employed service system, HRHQ. That's the main point where everyone can submit PTO. There's been a lot of questions about PTO. I just want everyone to know that we are working on a new PTO policy, so things can be a little bit easier to read. The biggest issue that we're having right now in HRHQ is there's different buckets, you could say, of PTO. And one of the buckets that everyone has access to viewing is your holiday bucket. Now, that bucket is not meant to be used at any time. Here at Ella, we have, I believe it's 7 paid holidays throughout the year.
Nice.
And that's what those holiday hours are for, to be used for Ella observed holidays. The only reason why we have it in the system is for payroll purposes. Maybe one day we can get Anaí in here so she can kind of further explain why we have those buckets. But when you're going into request PTO, make sure to only use either vacation or PTO itself. Just keep doing great, everybody. Everyone's using the system fantastically. For the time being, anytime I see someone submit a PTO, I'll reach out to their supervisor and just ask them, is this something you approve? That way, if I understand everyone's busy and I just want to make sure that, our employees get their time off that they request.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And if I'm a new employee and I'm not familiar with HRHQ yet, who do I talk to?
You can talk to me at any time. You can reach out to me via email or cell phone. For the time being, again, it's just everyone's first letter and their last name at ellasa.com. So for me, it's jhakeem at ellasa.com.
Great.
You can send me an email there. And one more thing I want to talk about, and it's kind of a big one, everybody. Our beloved Angie Salinas will be retiring at the end of this month.
Retiring.
Yes, sir.
The end of
The end of March.
the end of March.
That's
And then-
Congratulations, Angie. We're sad
Honestly.
to see you go, but
She's done so many great things.
Yeah.
She's trained so many people.
yep.
Seen people come in at the lowest level possible and just work their way up. She knows it all. She's taken a lot of knowledge. She is helped Ella be what it is
Oh,
today. And
absolutely.
she's truly going to be missed. But, there comes a time we want to stop working, and I get it.
Yeah.
But
We for sure wish Angie the best on her future projects, and all we can say is just thank you, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you,
You have
Angie.
helped us out and then provide for the company. Thank you very much.
thank you,
Thank
Angie. You're going to be missed.
All right.
Yeah, that's everything I have to say.
Well, unfortunately, I have all daughters, so I'll be working for the rest of my life.
That's what happens, right?
No retirement for me. Anyway, Francisco, what's going on in the world of safety? What do we need to know about?
We're still busy. We're still busy out there, and hazards never gets the rest or take the day off. So this is one of the things I want to share with everybody. I mean, I'm pretty sure the guys out there in the field already know about this, but I want to share with everybody, probably in the office or their families. So, how we make sure our guys are protected out there, right? And I'm gonna go over documentation we do every day, and this is one of the forms that help us out with safety out there in the field. So we use this form named Job Hazard Analysis, or JHA. That's how we there's different types, different names, but this is the name we're using for the company. So Job Hazard Analysis is pretty much a form and goes along a meeting before we start working in the morning. This meeting, the purpose of it is to help us out to make a plan. What are we going to be doing during the day, right? What hazards this task is going to bring to us, to every part of the crew, and also how we can prevent getting hurt with this hazard. So this is an administrative control we use in the company. Make sure our guys are protected, and these are basically the safety rules for my day, right? Working out there. So working on hazards, we have 4 options pretty much for a hazard, and I'm gonna give you guys an example so everybody can understand. So we have a fall hazard. We made a hole into the ground. It's an excavation, right? It is deeper than 6 feet, and now, well, this presents a fall hazard for our guys. So how we manage that hazard? Number 1 is get rid of the hazard, elimination of the hazard. Is that an option? Is there an option to cover that excavation or to make it shallower, that we don't have to have that hazard on site? That's the first option we need to find, if we can eliminate the hazard. If there's no way to eliminate the hazard, we go to the next one, which is going to be engineering controls. An example for fall hazards and an edge, and we have the fall hazard. Well, I can bring a guardrail around for my excavation. There you go. Right there, I control the hazard, right?
Yeah.
So we have an engineering control. Other engineering controls might be, you know what? I'm going to use a ladder, different type of ladder to get into the excavation. Different types of engineering controls. The next option I have is administrative controls, which this form JHA is one of them.
Okay.
Right? We make sure everybody's aware of the hazards, and we make sure we present the rules to the guys. Hey, this is the way you need to work so you don't get hurt.
Make sure you've communicated that with everybody.
They are aware and they understand too. The other one might be a training class. That's an administrative control. And the other one, all of the safety policies we might have in the company.
Yeah.
So those three first options are the most accepted and the ones we always try to get the guys to use. The last one is going to be personal protective equipment. Right?
There it is.
Many times we don't have a better option and we have to wear the PPE, but we need to understand it is the last option I have to protect myself from a hazard.
Right.
It's not the best, it's the last resort they have, right?
Right.
So in this case, for fall protection, what we use when we have a fall hazard in these excavations is we have a dead man, which is a concrete block, which should be used as an anchor, so we can wear safety harness, and we use retractable lines.
Yeah.
That's the type of PPE we can use to protect us from the fall protection. But these JHAs are very important, and we're always pushing about these JHAs. Why?
Yeah.
Because are gonna help us to be more safe, to be more organized for our daily activities, and we need to make everybody aware of the hazards.
Absolutely.
So this form is very important, and it's mandatory for the guys out there.
Okay.
They have to, before we start working every day, they have to do this JHA.
That's awesome.
It's good stuff. You know, we're in a dangerous form of construction. We really are. The the equipment, the traffic, the number of people, trenches,
It is.
excavation. What we do is dangerous, and we have to be responsible for our personal safety, and we have to be observant and protective of the people around us.
Yes.
We want everybody to go home at the end of the day
Yeah.
safe.
That's the main reason why.
With
why
all the
we're
parts
here.
that came into work.
All 10 fingers, all
Yeah.
10
That's right.
toes.
Yes, sir.
Well, all right. Well, that brings us to the 20-minute mark. So thank you very much for tuning in and listening. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you for
And
having us
thank
here,
you out
Corey.
there for everything you do, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
See y'all.
Appreciate
Goodbye.
it. Thank you.
Bye.